What is going on, peeps? Okay, so you know what? Now with what's going on, there are a few things we need to go over. We have a lot of newbies, and so let's talk about what's going on with our Iraqi Dinar, the Vietnam Dong, Zim dollars, anything like that. Okay, let's go ahead and go over that. But before I get into that, somebody said, "Hey, Pimpy, remember when you were on that other YouTube channel and you were in that other YouTube Facebook group? You mentioned something. Are you still going to do it?" Yes, I'm going to do it. Look at this. Did I know something that you guys didn't? Because this is August of 2019, and I told everybody, look it, coming spring 2020. Why? Did I know the rate change was going to happen? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But here's the thing. I love this. Look, I know a lot of people, they were sharing a lot of recipes at one time, and I said, once this dinar rate change happens, I'm literally going to take a tour bus around, and I'm going to do a YouTube channel on the best and the greatest food recipes that are out there. And I call it Pimpy's Barbecue Tour. It's going to give me an opportunity to go around and get fat based on your guys' recipes. All right, so whether it's peach cobbler, brisket, ribs, chicken, fish, you name it. Oh, I just got hungry just thinking about that. Hold on a second, man. That sounds really good. Anyways, I want to do that. I'll go around and I'll meet everybody and let's see. See you bring out. Because, I mean, some people shot me over some recipes, and I ain't going to lie. I tried some of them, man. Whew. Man, I don't know if you guys ever tried beer chicken. You know what I mean? Or brisket, slow smoked brisket. Oh, man, I literally smoked brisket for 6 hours about 2 weeks ago, to the point where I went to cut it. There was no need. It literally was falling off the fork. And we put it inside 2 pieces of bread. Oh, my God, it was so good with barbecue sauce. Oh, my God. Anyways, just make sure that when this happens, I will let everybody know that I'm on my way and what town I'm going to. And just remember to look for the original, the legitimate one, and not a knockoff, all right? Just throw that out there. I was like, what the hell is this? Who the hell is this guy? This isn't me. There's a Pimpy's pork wagon and more out there. I'm definitely going to have to hit him up and go talk to this guy. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna hit him up. But seriously, I see this, I was like, hey, slow your roll there, bud. There's only one Pimpy. Can't be more than one. Pimpy's BBQ Tour. Flavor Tour. Coming spring 2020. Did I know about the rate change? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But nonetheless, as soon as this Iraqi Dinar thing happens, and I settle all my other things that need to get settled, and I have time to finally relax, I'm definitely going to come around, and I am going to do across the United States, across America. I am going to come to different places, different locations, and I invite you guys to come join me. Why not? It's going to be fun. We are going to do a YouTube channel on the best and the greatest. So if you think you got what it takes, you got one of those recipes that's been handed down from generation to generation that you don't mind sharing, you think you got something, you think you got what it takes, you think you got the goods when it comes to BBQ? Let's find out. All right, you guys. So let's cover a couple of things here real quick. As a quick reminder, get past this one and get back into here because I was playing around with that one. Pimpy's Investment Chat, as you guys already know, I have a Facebook group with the same name as my YouTube channel. I will leave a link in the description and invite you guys to come join us. We have a lot of fun in here. Okay, and there's a lot of chitter-chatter going on with what's going on with Forex currencies, especially the Iraqi Dinar. There's some great news. It sounds like that's happening. But I do want to cover some other things. A couple of things first. This is why I told you guys not to panic whenever you see a drop in cryptocurrencies. It does this. It's volatile. But here's what you need to know. Let me show you something. Okay, this is why you do not invest based on your emotions, okay? So let's look at 1 year for Bitcoin. So 1 year, is this right? Did I get in Bitcoin? I did get in Bitcoin. Okay, so 1 year's market, this sucker has, how is this right? Because I just was looking at this. Not 1 month, not 6 months. For the year, okay, so it did drop down here. But for the year, I think it's up like 40% overall is where it is. So for the year, Bitcoin's is up 40% for the year, you guys. So I'm trying to get it in there. It's just not going. Look at for the year. So 72. 72. On January 1st, it's 7,200. It's up. What is that? $1,700. Okay, so that doesn't seem like 40%, but when I did the calculation earlier, obviously I was not looking at the right thing. Okay, but as of March, when it dropped down to, for those of you who don't remember, on March the 12th, it dropped down to $4,970. If you'd invested back in Bitcoin back then, and it's just what? March 8th, April 8th, May 8th, a short 2 months ago. If you dumped $10,000 in there right now, you would have twice that amount, $20,000 back in just 2 short months. That's the thing about cryptocurrencies and why you should not invest with your emotions, because it goes up and down like crazy. But if you look at the history of the coin, you guys look, it goes up and it was way up there and we got that U shape. But for the year, it's up 41%. All right, you guys? So stop worrying about this. People go, oh my God, Pimpy, I invested. If you bought when it was high and it drops down, the only way you take a loss is if you sell the coin. Then you take a loss. So don't panic sell. What you do when it drops is buy. You buy on the dip. And that goes for any stock, not just cryptocurrencies. So when you see it go down, they'll go, oh my gosh, I just lost X amount of dollars. Don't do that. Go, wow, look. What I need to get more of. It's on a discount. Okay? Leverage buy. Okay, guys? So stop panicking. I told you guys are going to go back up, and already in just 2 short days, cryptocurrencies had rebounded big time from where they dropped down to over the last 2 days. But that's another thing, and we'll get into that tomorrow when I do my stock watch on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay? But I want you guys to hear something by Lynette Zhang. But before I get into that, stop buying dinars. You guys, stop buying dinars. I can't stress this enough. I need you to stop buying dinars because you guys are making it impossible for me to buy more. Okay? So Exchange of America is out of Iraqi Dinar. I went to go buy some more. I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to buy some. And you guys all beat me to it. Gosh dang it. So stop buying Iraqi Dinar. They have none. Pimpy needs some dinar, right? Anyways, I just wanted to show you this. Look, this is where I buy me because people always go, where do you buy? For you newbies, we go to exchanges. And, okay, so I do want to talk about something because it's brought up in a group on more than one occasion. If you go to your bank and you could buy currencies there, foreign currencies, that's great. That's a benefit for you. But when you try to buy or talk about Iraqi dinars, just understand that they're under a type of sanctions. So in other words, they're not really recognized internationally. And because of that, most banks won't buy or sell Iraqi dinar. And they'll give you that kind of discouraging look that makes you feel like a small fry. Don't let that get you down emotionally, all right? That's because a lot of these banks were caught up in a real bad situation with the Iraqi dinar. Chase Bank, on the other hand, I don't know if they sell Iraqi dinar, but I know you're allowed to deposit Iraqi dinar at the current rate at most locations. So we're talking about JP Morgan's bank, Chase Bank. They could do that. So what I encourage you guys to do is go to different places, different exchange sites, trusted sites, okay, like Exchange of America is where I go to buy mine. Now, some of you guys are going, but Pimpy, they're asking me for my social security number. That's a good point you brought up. And I called them and I asked them about it. I literally called Exchange of America, and this is what they told me. Of course, because we sell currencies. We're like a bank, and you need to think of us as a bank. So they need to keep track of all the transactions. And because of this, they have to have your social security number. So if you're not comfortable with giving away your social security number, I don't have a problem with it. Exchange of America is a licensed broker. I don't have a problem with it, and that's why you should do your homework to make sure that the people that you're dealing with are legitimate. Exchange of America is legitimate. They are registered. They are allowed to sell currencies, and because of that, I was allowed, or I had no problem with giving up my social security number. There are other ways in which you could buy dinars, which like off eBay, but then you risk them being counterfeited. So for the most part, you guys go to different, there's like Safe Dinar, Exchange of America. People keep talking about Travelex. I don't trust that site, you guys. I told you they got hacked and they stole a lot of people's information and they're currently holding it as ransom. So I am concerned about that site. Okay, so I would be if I was you. There's other locations. You guys could leave in the comments the different websites in which you could buy your different Iraqi dinars. But for me, I come to Exchange of America, and obviously a lot of you do too. Okay, so stop. Pimpy says, stop. It's not going to change the rate. That's all a lie, but you could sell me your currency at a discount. I'll take it. Okay. Anyways, look at a lot of things I talk about, and I explain to you guys a lot of time. People keep talking about how Bitcoin is the next gold. It's not. Trust me, it's not. It's like another investment. That's why it reacts to the market the way it does. Although Bitcoin, I will give its kudos where it's deserved, and that is the fact that it does go up and up and up. Bitcoin halving just took place. Usually what happens during a halving, it has to hit a certain rate in order for it to be mined. It is way below that. But I showed you guys in another video, which was on my stock watch video, that there is an investment pattern that's there, which is during a halving, it goes up to a certain point, and then you start to see this huge U shape, or they call it the Nike shape, by the way. It starts to drop a little bit and then goes right back up. So as of March of 2020, it dropped down around $4,000. It is almost back up to $9,000. It's going to continue to go up. Just because you see a drop one day or 2 days, don't panic sell, not just Bitcoin, but any of the cryptocurrencies. But for me, when the dinar hits, and it's going to hit, and the rate is going to change, there's no doubt about that, okay, and we get this global currency reset, and that's going to happen. It's already in the process of happening. I spoke about it in my Nasara Jasara videos, and that's why you need to watch them. All right, you guys, I showed you that this thing is already in process. I proved to you guys that it's already in process. So just have faith, be patient, okay? But this woman right here is Lynette Zhang. I love her to death. I told you guys if I had a Pimpy's school for foreign currencies, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, my cryptocurrency teacher professor would definitely be Chico Crypto. I know you guys got your own favorite, but I'm sorry, that guy is unbiased and he tells you like it is, and he does great research on cryptocurrencies. But when it comes to gold and silver, there is no better person out there to learn from than Lynette Zhang. That's the woman you see right now on your screen. She has a way of explaining things to you like you are a second grader without you feeling dumb. But I want you to hear what she's talking about, because somebody asked her a question about the federal coin that's coming out. I want you to hear what she says about precious metal. So people always go, Pimpy, what are you going to do with your money? Well, the vast majority of it is going to go into gold and silver. But I want you to hear what she has to say for the next few minutes. But listen to what she says about this Fed coin and why it's important.
So the answer is deflation? Absolutely. Only one way to fight deflation, that is with inflation. Get ready. I hope you have your gold and silver.
I got mine.
Michael B. asks, if we are forced to use a digital Fed coin in the future where all transactions are not only monitored but controlled based on social scoring, what will be the role of precious metals?
Okay, real quick, because I know a lot of you guys don't know what that means, social scoring. So there are a lot of people in our government, mostly on the Democratic side, who love this whole social scoring that China does. And what China does is it scores its citizens based on how they behave. So if you say anything against the government, you get a low score. If you say what the government wants you to say, you get a higher score. And based on your score, you'll be able to buy a house, go on vacation, buy a car. This is not good, but believe it or not, there are a ton of Democrats. I'm not just picking on Democrats. Yes, I am. But there are a ton of Democrats who love this idea and think we should go to social scoring so that this violates your freedom of speech. If somebody says, hey, you can't do this, and you speak out against the government because you think otherwise, your score can get lower. This can prevent you from getting houses. It can prevent you from going on vacation. It could dang near wipe you out. I don't know if you guys got Netflix. There is a show on there called Black Mirror. I highly recommend you watch it. There is one whole episode based on social scoring that I think you guys should pay attention to, because it's not that far off of reality. Anyway, so we know that it's been mentioned a lot of time that and there's articles, believe it or not, that's been written recently within the last 3 days where people are going, China got it right. We need to oppress or stop freedom of speech. What did you just say? Our Constitution is the oldest in the world. Do you guys realize that the Constitution, on average, for other countries, the lifespan of their Constitution is 33 years? That is the lifespan of most constitutions implemented by other countries until they destroy it. Our Constitution is over 270 years. There's a reason why we are the last superpower. This is the reason why we are the most badass country in the world, all right? There's a reason for that. And so if you start to remove those reasons why we are who we are, then it becomes a problem. So I got a little sidetracked, but she's talking about this coin. It's called the Fed coin. It's a cryptocurrency that they're trying to force us into. At first, I was against it, and I said there's no way in hell that there's any place for cryptocurrencies. I've kind of modified my opinion. And that is this. I see the need for blockchain technology. There's no doubt about it, and there's no way about it. It's the way of the future. But as far as cryptocurrencies are concerned, it's too much like the fiat currency. There's no way to back the currency. There's no way for us to audit it or monitor it. And I know you crypto people are going to go, yes, there is. No, there's not. There's absolutely not. If you're think about this. This is the same government that attempted a coup against our current president. That's how corrupt they are, right? So you're trusting them to tell you the truth. We can't even audit our own Federal Reserve right now because they threatened to crash our economy. So if we can't even audit the Federal Reserve now, before we get into cryptocurrency, what's going to happen once we get there? Do you see what I'm saying? It's too dangerous. But she's responding to somebody saying, hey, what happens if we do go down that path where they're forcing us into cryptocurrencies? And what happens if they force us into the same thing that's happening in China where they score us? Listen to her.
Wow. Won't it completely remove the value because it is outside the system at that point?
She's talking about gold and silver. The question was, because I interrupted it because I talked too much. So if we get forced into this coin, won't it devalue the value of gold and silver?
Oh, heck no. It makes it even more valuable. I'm getting goosebumps.
I'm getting goosebumps.
I'm telling you, I'm getting a wave of goosebumps. No,
I'm getting them too.
It makes it a lot more valuable if you have real money, real wealth that is outside of the system that they cannot track.
Yep.
I used to think that on the other side of this reset, I would put a lot more of my gold holdings into the new currency. But I'm totally not going to do that now. Totally not going to do that now.
I'm totally not going to do it either.
Not even a hesitation or a doubt. Because as soon as we get into this system, and I mean, that's where we're headed. It doesn't mean we have to accept it.
Nope.
We want to, if enough of us come together and require cash, require some kind of currency outside of the system, then they're not going to be able to just put us in there. We have to go along. We have to. I don't want us to go along. I want us to have choices. But won't it completely remove the value because it is outside the system at that point? No. Just like the true value of an ounce of gold when you look at when it was part of the system prior to 1971, okay, well, it was a fixed price of $35 an ounce. Well, what happened as soon as it was untethered? It shot up to $825, and where is it now? Over $1,700, and that's inside of a system that has suppressed its visible value. At the same time, global central banks are accumulating the most that they've ever accumulated in history because they know that whoever holds the gold retains its purchasing power, its power. That's why China and Russia have been like accumulating gold like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And if you really think that we actually know how much gold they have, especially China, we don't. But we do know that central banks that want to maintain control own gold. And that would be true for individuals as well.
Period. Do you hear that? Own gold and silver. as soon as the RV happens, and it's going to happen. For those of you who don't know, I highly, if you want somebody to educate you on gold and silver, I cannot stress this or recommend this enough. ITM Trading Inc. is a YouTube channel. Lynette Zhang, she is phenomenal. She's like one of my dream interviews. I would love to interview her. But she will explain. She uses graphs, she uses charts, she does a lot of different things, and she will educate you on the importance of gold and silver. Okay? I cannot recommend her enough. Okay? So, let's get past her again. So people keep asking me, Pimpy, what are you going to buy? I'm going to buy a lot of gold and silver. So if they try to force us into the cryptocurrency world and go paperless, all right, I agree with her. The value of your gold and silver is only going to go up. Now, in order for it to be successful, and I'm talking about cryptocurrencies, there's going to have to be a balance. You could do transactions electronically, although I don't like the idea of the government spying on what I buy and don't buy. So there needs to be an option. That means if I don't want to buy something electronically, I should have other means to purchase something so I can remain private. So their fiat currency, we can't do away with 100%. We're going to have to go back to a gold-backed and silver-backed currency. So the bank notes where you see gold-backed currency or silver certificates, a lot of you are familiar with silver certificates. We need to go to that. And that is, it's backed by gold and silver. There needs to be options for us. If they try to force us to an all-digital currency, it is bad news for us. Bad news. There's no way you can save. If they go to negative interest rates, you can't just cash out your money and get cash. No, your money's stuck in the bank. If they go to negative interest, your money is, you lose money for it being in savings. They won't allow you guys to get a savings. They won't allow you to create a nest egg. That's not going to happen. The only way that can happen is if you have something separate from the system. Gold, silver. Okay? So again, let's go back for all you newbies. Look, there are different websites you can go and buy the Iraqi Dinar. Obviously, you can't go to Exchange of America because they are out. You can go to eBay. And I spoke about this before, and I'm going to show you a quick trick when it comes to eBay. You could buy stuff from eBay, but be very careful because there's a lot of fake stuff out there. One of the ways you can tell whether or not you're with somebody who is credible is if you... Let me show you something here super quick. Hold on. Deal with me just a second. Let me show you something. So you see, whenever you find something that you want to buy, there's all these different websites. You're like, so the reason why I chose Wheat Pennies because I am a huge coin collector. I love them to death. Okay, but there's all these options, and you're like, how do you know which one of these people are legitimate? How do you know? How do you know which ones you could trust? I'm going to show you a little trick when it comes to YouTube, all right? So I'm just going to randomly pick someone because I don't have any idea. So let's say you go into this one right here, right? You click this, all right? Now see over here where it says seller information. Do you see this? This is the name of the person right here. Click it. It will take you to their eBay website. Now, what I'm looking for is exactly what you see here. See all these reviews? See all this action? This means that these people have been on eBay for a long time. A long time. They've been in here for a very long time. So this person has been on eBay. They're a AAA seller since May the 11th. But do we have any information as to when they came on here? Oh my goodness. So what I'm looking for when I go on to stuff like this, I look for how many things have been out there. It doesn't make a difference. Well, it does. If they got negative, you can read the negative reviews. But what I'm looking for is look how many transactions that have been graded. This means they've done a lot of business. This means that they've been here for a little while. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that's been here for a little while, somebody that's a much more trusted site. This particular person has been here for a while. they have a lot of items on eBay. Now, you could go to some sites and you see like maybe 20, 30, 40. You could fake that many of them. You could fake that many. But this many, look at this, 8,975, 9,017, 9,100. That's a lot. A positive 17,000. So out of, look how many things they've sold. If these were fake and they were flyby, you would only see a smaller number of these. Okay, guys? So I am just saying that this is what I look for before I buy from them. So if you go to the Iraqi Dinar to buy, you see there's people, they sell them. It's here. You can see there's a ton of people. So how do I know who I could trust? This is how I do it. I go into the item that they're selling and I look over here for the seller. And you can see, you can click the name. Look at this. This, to me, I don't trust this. I don't trust it at all. You can fake 25 accounts. Do you see this? Do you see what I'm talking about? That doesn't mean this person's not legit. I just personally don't trust it. I'm looking for something that's a lot bigger, a lot more. Somebody who has a lot more information. So I come over here to seller information. I click this. Look at this. This is a lot more. This is somebody that I would trust. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see this? They're much more bigger. They have validated, been here since 2017, all right? So that's what I'm looking for when I go to buy off eBay. So if you're going to take a risk and you're going to buy off of eBay, you want to make sure that you buy from a legitimate seller. Okay, look at this, 202. Man, that's kind of borderline. I still don't trust that. I want somebody in the thousands. That's what I'm looking for. Somebody who sells in the thousands. Look at this. Who's this person? Clea. Let's take a look at Clea. You know, even so, it's kind of borderline, man. It's kind of borderline. But look at, so far, everything about him has been positive. All right? Based in the U.S., Clea has been an eBay member since 1998, and you've only sold, they sold 1,774 items. Only this many have been graded. That's not bad. I would buy from them. I'm not going to lie. Okay? So anyways, now that I've shown you how to do this, look, on eBay, you got to be careful. You have to make sure that your stuff is legit. You don't want to be stuck with some counterfeit crap and get screwed over. So make sure when you go to buy things off of eBay, you're buying somebody that's been here a little while, somebody that's reputable, somebody that's been on eBay for a while, because you know what? People who are criminals will not stay on very long. They'll be on and they'll be off. This person has been here a little while. Do you see this? They've been here. Look at this. Okay, you guys? Anyways, now I've shown you how to buy off of eBay. But you guys, man, you guys stop buying from Exchange of America. Pimpy can't buy no more. Anyways, there's a lot of things going on. People are asking about their banks. Yeah, don't panic because it says your bank won't buy it right now. That's because they are on sanctions. We're waiting for that to be lifted. Just wanted to share that information. I hope that helps. All right, you guys? Talk to you later. Bye.